Hi there, this is Masana from Millennial Homesteader. So we've had a few people reach out to us wanting to know how the average day looks like for someone who has a full-time job and also has the homestead, you know, to kind of do chores around. So this is what I'm going to try to do right now. I'm going to try to show you how our days would actually work out. So, you know, usually because, you know, I have work at around 8 o'clock, I have to wake up a little bit early and then do a few, you know, chores and things around the house. So right now I'm working on the coop behind me. So let me show you then how it would work. And we're going to go through a couple of chores that I have to do throughout the week. You know, not all of them are very interesting, but it'll at least give you an idea of what I, you know, have to do throughout the week. So let's do it. Okay, so the tool for the day is going to be my trusty drill. This is my favorite tool throughout. It's very versatile and I just, you know, I can do almost anything with it. And then we're just going to have screws, right? And then pallets. And then it's a pretty straightforward, simple project. Right, I got to make sure that I cover my eyes and I cover my hands, you know, because my 9 to 5 is actually my main source of income. I have to make sure that all of my bodily, you know, functions are still operating so that I can still make that income to afford this kind of homestead. Okay, so the process is really easy. It's just putting the pallets next to each other. And then what's going to happen though is that there's going to be this space up here, right? This difference up here. So I'm just thinking of laying there'll be another layer of pallets, right? Just going all the way up here. I really want the whole coop to be really closed off and covered. This place rains very heavily during, you know, December, January periods of the year. So we have to make sure that whatever's in here is as dry as possible. So this is day one of the chores that I'm doing. Obviously there's still a bit of work to do with regards to this coop right here. I started a bit late today, so unfortunately I didn't get much done. So I'm hoping that maybe tomorrow I wake up a little bit earlier. Around 5 o'clock is usually when I should be starting to do all of this work, because, you know, then it gives me a bit of time to make sure that by the time it's 8 o'clock I am already settled and already working, right? So I mean, this is the reality of, you know, the homestead. Some of the projects don't work out very well, or, you know, they take a bit longer, but you kind of have to balance the whole work, you know, and homestead thing. So we'll see again how it looks like on the second day. I have you know, this to finish up and a couple of other things to do. So yeah. All right, so this is my lunchtime, and sometimes I'm able then to get a bit of time and do a few errands around the house, you know, about an hour or so. So right now I have to do 2 errands that are quite important. The first one is I have to get more corrugated iron sheets because we're working on the terrace right now. So I need those so that they can form part of the platform. And then the second thing is I have to get this fixed. So this is my cordless grinder, and what has happened is that this lock nut over here has actually locked, like it's locked in, so it doesn't allow me to, you know, untie it and get this disc out, and I need, you know, to put the metal cutting disc. So now what has to happen is that I'm going to have to go get some WD-40 or Q20 and put it in here for about a day and then see if it'll open, because if that doesn't work, what has to happen apparently is I have to cut it with a grinder, which I don't have. This is my only grinder, and then if I cut it with a grinder, I will then have to grind in between here as well, and then it will then finally open up. So I hope really the WD-40 or the Q20 actually works. So this is another task that I'll be doing. I'm actually about to go drive there, and then yeah, this will be the task. So this is destination 1, which is Builder's Warehouse, and this is usually where we get most of our tools and stuff, so we shop here quite a lot. This isn't a paid promotion or anything, but I also won't be going in and showing you how it looks in there or what I'm, you know, when I'm actually shopping around, because I'm always very cautious about you know, the privacy, having people's faces inside of our video, especially when there is no consent that is involved. So I'm just gonna go in there and then I get what I can get. I'll see what is most appropriately priced, because that's important, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I got what I wanted, and I got the Q20 versus, you know, the WD-40, which was a bit more expensive, right? So for Q20 was 80 bucks, and then the WD-40 was about 105 bucks. So, you know, does the same thing. I'm quite happy. I think, you know, I'm going to try and see if it works. If I can't really get what I want as well, or like, you know, the result that I really want to get, I might have to consider buying a grinder. So I checked out the price over there, and it ended up being about $5.50. So it's not the most expensive thing, but it won't be a cordless you know, grinder. It might just also help to have 2 of them. But yeah, I'm done for now over here. What I have to do now is I have to go order my corrugated sheets, you know, to finish off the trellis, you know, which is very close to being done. So that's a different destination, so let's go. Alright, so all of the errands for the day are actually done, but then I snuck in an extra little errand to do, right? So I just want to show you how this place really looks like and what I actually do to take advantage of this situation. Here is the place called Stewart's and Lloyd's, which is where I went to get you know, the corrugated sheets. And then now across the road over here is another place, and they sell tiles over here. I think they're called Tile for Africa. So what I did is I went and I got some cardboard from here. Usually they get rid of the cardboard, so I just go and I ask you know, the people who are working here to give me some cardboard, and then we're gonna use this for our garden. So around the homestead, we're always looking for, you know, cardboard or compost or anything useful. So whenever I do a bit of shopping, if I do have a bit of time, I do try to make sure that, you know, I can ask for any of these things around. In this case, they're always willing to give me these cardboards, now, you know, for free. Sometimes they do have them, sometimes they don't. But then, yeah, this is just another additional little, you know, errand that I've just managed to sneak in. So now, you know, I have to go back to work. You know, my lunch is basically almost done. So I'm just gonna drive home. This is the second day of me showing you around how it looks like, you know, to do the chores. Yep, to do the chores, you know, when we have a full-time job. And, you know, I had to wake up a little bit earlier to... The first thing I always do is I go to the chicken coops, I open up for them, I check to see if there's water and then there's food still. And yeah, so there's enough water, there's enough food, just to make sure. But yeah, it also is just a good opportunity to look and see what's happening. But a little bit earlier, as I was coming to the coops, I heard a little bit of commotion, or at least commotion from the chickens. And then I also, when I got here, I found that one chicken was lying on the ground. So what I have to do now is I have to see what really happened. Was the chicken not feeling very well? Is it some sort of disease? Because these are the new chickens, so we're really just hoping that it's not some sort of flu or situation or so. So I'm just gonna try to see and take a look. So yeah, this is what it is or looking like. It's really just the one bird that was really affected. We had not really seen any issues with it earlier, so I don't really know what's happening. We just have to diagnose. We're probably gonna have to just open up the body and then see what's really happening with it. And then just to make sure that hopefully it was an isolated incident. But it's the first time we've ever experienced anything like this. And this is the other part of being on a homestead, right? Which is your animals getting sick. Sometimes you have to take them to the vet. Some people do that. Sometimes you just put them down. But this is an unfortunate part of just being on the homestead entirely. The show must go on. I'm just gonna continue with this coop right here. Gonna try to fix and finish it off, and then see how long that'll take me. Okay, so this is the chicken. I just had a look at it. I was inspecting it to make sure that there's no bite marks, because we do have a lot of cobras in this place. Occasionally I think I've seen a black mamba as well, so I was just worried about making sure that it did not get bitten. But if it was, we would have seen, I would have been able to see a bite mark around. There really isn't anything. Also the skin would have also discolored and changed quite a bit, so it probably is that this poor thing was just not feeling too well. So yeah, I'm a bit distraught. I'm just obviously Audrey is also gonna be very upset. These are her babies. When I look at the face though, it does look like there must have been some, like I see some patches and so on over there. So yeah, I think the chicken was probably not feeling too well. These are some of the new chickens as well, so it's very possible that it did come here not feeling very great as well. So we're just a bit cautious. I have to go and spray the coops with some disinfectant, some sanitizer, to make sure that nothing, I don't know what the situation is right now, and I don't know if this is contagious in any way, or whatever's happening here. So what I'm going to do is then as well, instead of just digging this in, I just want to burn it, because I don't really want anything else opening up or scratching and exposing this. I just want to kind of get rid of this. So yeah, this is completely new for us, but I mean, this is part of the whole homestead experience as well. You can wake up and you find that some of your creatures are not feeling very well, or some of them are dead, or they've been eaten or attacked. So we don't get a lot of predators here, but obviously this is reality. Okay, so yesterday I went to go get the Q20 lubricant. So yesterday, just after getting it, I sprayed it in here, and this is, you know, it's quite easy to apply. You can just spray a little bit of it, it fizzes up in there, but it's really nice, smooth lubricant. And yeah, so I tried to open it today, and I have been unable to do that. So just to check it out, I mean, it's still really closed here. So, you know, I'm trying to untie it, and I've really tried with all my might. I've changed all kinds of angles and ways, but I really can't do it. So this means that I probably just have to get this blade cut all the way down with another angle grinder. So I will have to go buy an angle grinder today. So another trip to Builders. You are trash now. Okay, so it's 6 o'clock and I've knocked off of work. So sometimes, as long as there's enough sunlight, I'm able to do a few more chores. So what I have to do now is that behind me, I just want to prepare the area where the beds are. So I'm going to go get some grass and then put it along the pathway so that this area is mulched and also just looks a little bit more neat and nice. Okay, so that cardboard that I got for free is now finally going to work. So what I have to do now is I'm going to put it on this pathway to make sure that I kill all of the weeds in this area, and then I'll put more grass on it. So initially we had planned that we're going to put some lawn, but the thing is, you know, we just maybe first just want to make sure that we will put some grass on here, kill off all the weeds, and then when we are ready to finally put actual lawn on here, we will expand you know, this way. Plus the lawn is also not necessarily really cheap. So I think one thing we're going to do here is that we're going to let some of the lawn grow and then start planting it into the areas when it's finally expanding and so on. So I think this will be fine for now, but it'll just keep the place really nice, mulched, kill all of the weeds, and then, you know, just make it also look a little bit aesthetically pleasing. One thing to make sure of though is that the cardboard must not have any sellotape or plastic on it, because plastic doesn't biodegrade. All right, so this task is now done. Okay, so there's still a little bit of light, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do another little chore just before it gets dark. So just before it gets a little bit dark, and then, you know, like the complete last thing I do is close in the chickens. But right now, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to remove some of the pellets. So, you know, you've been seeing me build this coop, but then I'm very close to being out of pellets. So what I have to do now is I have to separate the pellets, and then from there I would have to remove the nails and so on. So all of these are additional chores, right? So, you know, not only do I have to put these pellets on here one by one, but I have to remove them, separate them individually. So that is another thing that takes a bit of time. So, you know, usually when I do have a bit of time, I can just slot that in. Okay, so here we have a pallet. So I have to remove these pellets individually, make sure that the nails are also out. So I use this contraption. You know, it's bent a little bit here, but you know, I'll fix that some other time. So usually, just to make sure, you know, you're putting it through, I just do that. You know, I'm careful because sometimes these pellets just split like that, and then I just pull it, and then that's usually it, right? I just usually check for nails, but this one, amazing, has no nails on, or they all just, you know, remaining here. So that is gonna be super awesome for me. So then I just proceed, you know, careful. Yeah, you're gonna break a few of them, that's okay. And then just remove them. Oh, this is so nice because the nails are not coming out. Okay, so today's chores are donezo, and then yeah, I just wanted you to see what really happens during this day. Now the thing is that I use a little trick, right, to enjoy my chores a little bit more. How it works is that I'm seated in front of a computer all day, so when I get outside and then I do chores like this, you know, at the end of the day, it really winds me down. So it might sound a little bit crazy, but the chores are actually a great way to break out of, you know, having the work, and I feel so energized and so excited for the following day. So I just really wanted to show you this. Like, it's not lavish, you know, extraordinary as you might really think, but the thing is that I just get to end the day, you know, with beautiful scenery like this, mountains, trees, and yeah, like I just am so excited every day for whatever is next. So like, join me tomorrow, and then let's see what has to happen. I have a few things that I have to go pick up tomorrow, so I think it'll be quite exciting for me.
Okay, so our chickens are outside. Okay, so there are 2 of them, and then the remainder, there's another 2 over here. I wonder how the hell they got out. I wonder if they pushed this part through. Yeah, probably did. They just let themselves through. Oh, okay. And then there's 1 in there. Okay. Let's see. So this place is still locked, obviously. Hey buddies. Okay. That is so strange. That is so strange. Okay, so yeah, our chickens just let themselves in whenever they want now. It's quite crazy. Okay, cool.
Got this weird looking bug over here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take it
and then try to feed it to the chickens and see how they respond. Yeah, don't bite me, buddy. Don't bite me. You guys didn't even eat the thing. Okay, so today, day 3, it's a bit of a rainy day today, cloudy. So it's very nice for the plants, but it just makes working a little bit difficult. So I still have to finish up the coop because, this is a project that's now going just much longer than usual. So I just had to wake up a little bit earlier today, just a little bit before 5 o'clock to make sure that, I can work on this project right now. So this is how it's looking. There's one side that's still left. So I'm going to close this part off. And then I just have to close the top part, and hopefully I can get to working on the roof just before work today.
So this is my raincoat. I know I look a bit like an orange Teletubby, but hey, this is a good suit. What's really left now is to close up the top parts of the coop. And initially I thought that I was just gonna cut the pallet halfway through, and then just patch up this part here, but I'm now realizing that will probably take longer, right? So I don't really, my jigsaw is out of commission, so I don't really have anything to cut with, so that would take a much longer time to cut. So, just putting it right here, drilling it in, making sure that it's strong and reinforced is probably going to be quicker and easier for me. And if I need more pallets, that's just going to be easier to do because, it's easy to just remove the pallets and then clean up the nails than for me to be cutting all of them individually. So that's what I'm going to be doing now. So that's what I'm gonna do, and then after that I'll just come in and paint it, right? So these are the longer nails. I have shorter ones as well, so I can come and just make sure I drill a little bit lower here to make sure it's more strong. But as it is right now, this nail, this decking screw will really hold tightly, and then I'm just gonna form this whole boundary throughout. Okay, so this is the part of our farm where we've been storing our pallets. Now we are planning to clean this place up just in time for our family to, to visit us. But a few weeks ago, one of our chickens refused to stay inside of our coops, and then they kind of ran away. We didn't even know where they were, but we just knew that, every day in the mornings they would wake up, go back to the coops, get food, and then they would run away. And then eventually we found out that they were hiding in this area. So, we kind of altered our plans to clean this place up. So this chicken, for some strange reason, has decided to, basically, brood over in this area. Like, it's basically just decided to, sit on its eggs in this place. Now, it looks like the pallets might possibly have moved, and now look at it. It's literally in the rain. So this is the kind of stuff we're dealing with our chickens. They not only just don't want to be around, the places that we create for them. They just behave in a very, very strange way. Okay, so I just found out that the chicken that has been brooding for quite some time, and that is, been brooding or sitting under the pallets, is actually, it's got chickies. So we're about to extract the babies and then move them in. We just quickly had to, set up the coop for them. So let's look at the process as we do that. But I have help today. It's like cookies. Okay. Kumbeshan muy chikisa ikongo makwale kumbeshan ichaba yubona kuri kubandu. Okay, Okay, so today is turning out to be new babies being discovered day. Like, look, this one as well. New little chicklets. So we're also gonna move these ones to the new coop. This one got lost a little bit. Now we're taking it back to mommy.
Okay, so the coop is looking like this. You know, these two sides are completely done now, and then there's still this part here which I need to fix, but I've now mostly done this side as well. So what's really left is this piece here and then this one over there. So the reason why I can't progress anymore for the day is because I am now officially out of the nails. So I have to then go and buy more of these nails, or these screws, decking screws, and then use them basically to finish up. So I think what I'm going to do now is try to see if I can get the roof in, or look to see how the roof is going to be set up. That's the next thing I can do.
Okay, so I guess it'll look something like this. But before I actually finalize the roof, because I don't have any nails today, I think what I'm going to have to do is I will have to put some sort of, you know, barrier this way, so that when these ones kind of hang out, it kind of creates a bit of, you know, like it's able to handle that kind of weight on that side as well. So same thing here as well, where it'll just stand like this and then kind of hold it over there. Okay, so I think that's gonna be it for tomorrow. Yeah, hopefully tomorrow I am able to finish up this coop, because it's just way overdue now.
Hey buddies, I'm here. Come on guys, come. Where are you guys running? Where are you running? Yeah, have some food. Yeah, have some food. Yeah, have some food. Okay, now this chicken is out of boundary altogether. Outside of our property. How did you get there, buddy? Huh? How'd you get there?
Been 3 weeks since I finished this video, but then in between that time life happened. What actually happened was, whilst I was right here, you know, I had mounted the camera and then the wind blew and then the poor thing just fell over and then we lost a whole lens. So it really stopped my ability to really share the rest of the video. So today we're actually just recording on the phone, but that's okay. But what I did actually is that the coop is actually complete. What's really left is a small layer of paint. And I also wanted to move the coop, but then it turns out it's really heavy, so I'm going to have to get a bit of manpower. But at least the coop for now is mainly ready, and the chickens are already using it. We found a couple of eggs in there already. So this is the roof. It's a, you know, corrugated sheet in the middle, and then we just repurposed you know, these ones over here. So these ones are already available. Again, this is a whole, you know, pallets. The pallets free, right? So I've just been reusing the pallets around. So the other thing that I did as well is that I made sure that at the top there's a bit of space, so that, you know, when we go in we can see what's really going on. You know, there's a lot of snakes in this place, so I never really want to go in you know, without really surveying the place at all times. So this is really the coop. So you might be asking yourself, how much did this really cost me? As I mentioned, a lot of the resources here are repurposed. The only thing that I actually bought completely new is the main corrugated sheet. Usually corrugated sheet, I get a 6-meter one for $450, but this one is 3 meters. So it's just a little bit less than half of that price. And then the other things I had to buy as well that ran out were actually the screws, right? So I use decking screws. They're relatively long. They are about this long, right? And then they're $200. So just for this whole project, I used under $500, which is relatively good because, you know, I think I did a pretty good job. So that's really it. I just wanted to show you what I actually get up to on the farm, you know, usually on a daily basis. I'm hoping I can do more videos like this to show you what really happens, because it's not always like sexy projects that are really happening, but then that's really it. And also, in 2024, I'm hoping that I can increase the frequency because I know there's a lot of latency time between the videos. So I'm hoping that I can increase the frequency of my videos, and also I'm hoping as well that the content is a lot more value adding because a lot of people reach out to us and they are interested in homesteading, but they say they don't have the skills, so that makes them very worried, right? I don't have the skills, Audrey doesn't, but the thing is we just learn a lot of the things, you know, on the go, how to drill things, how to put things together. A lot of the things fail and then sometimes they work out, but the thing is, you know, doing videos that really go through this process will probably give you a bit more confidence that you really are a lot better than you actually think you are, right? So that's really it. I hope you liked the video. Share, subscribe, you know, let me know what do you suggest regarding this project or any other thing. What would you also like to see as well? But then that's really it. I'll see you again next time.